Thank you. Tan Sri Thomas Speaker, my questions is at number 130.
Thank you, Tan Sri Speaker. Thank you, Member for Serembu. For the information of Ahli Yang Berhormat for Serembu, the hydrogen industry is a relatively new energy source compared to established industries. Hence, it faces challenges to create immediate economic benefits, basically due to three barriers. The first barrier is investor preference. Sarawak's economy is heavily reliant on oil and gas, making it challenging for hydrogen to gain traction. Investors may prefer established industries with quicker returns rather than the emerging hydrogen market. The second barrier is high investments. Building hydrogen infrastructure for the production, storage, and transport requires significant investments. In contrast, established industries can often rely on existing infrastructure, allowing for quicker returns. The third barrier is technical skills. Hydrogen production, especially clean green hydrogen, requires specialized technical skills that Sarawak is still developing. Establishing a workforce with these skills will require substantial investment in training programs and education initiatives, which will take time to produce results. More mature sectors, by comparison, have lower workforce entry barriers. The global market trends for clean hydrogen, valued at USD 1.4 billion in 2021, has a projected growth to USD 5.95 billion by 2030, mainly driven by rising demand for clean energy solutions. In this regard, while developing a hydrogen economy requires substantial initial investments, our government is confident this will lay a strong and robust foundation for Sarawak's future as a significant player in the hydrogen economy. Although immediate economic returns may be modest, these strategic investments are expected to yield substantial long-term benefits as global demand for clean hydrogen rises, reinforcing Sarawak's commitment to environmental sustainability and clean energy leadership, aligning with the PCDS 2030. So, these three barriers are just temporary and will be dismantled with technology advancements.
Thank you. Tan Sri Thomas Speaker, thank you, Deputy Minister. I got two supplementary questions to be asked. Number one is, how can Sarawak leverage its abundant hydropower resources to produce cost-effective green hydrogen? And the other one is, with the various initiatives being rolled out by the government on new energies like hydrogen, what is the government plan to reduce dependency on conventional energy like coal and gas? Thank you.
Thank you, Member for Serembu. For the information of Ahli Yang Berhormat for Serembu, Sarawak can leverage its abundant hydropower resources to produce cost-effective green hydrogen, as shown in our Sarawak Hydrogen Roadmap 2025 to 2035, which was recently launched by our Right Honourable Premier. Sarawak has the potential to leverage its abundant hydropower resources to produce cost-effective clean hydrogen, utilizing strategic initiatives that build on its natural strengths. Sarawak's unique topography gives it a comparative advantage in hydroelectricity production, resulting in lower industrial electricity tariffs. By harnessing this renewable hydropower to drive the electrolysis process, Sarawak can produce clean green hydrogen efficiently and sustainably, converting water into hydrogen without carbon emissions and furthering its commitment to clean energy. Furthermore, Sarawak's proactive efforts to position itself as a regional leader in clean hydrogen production are reflected in its flagship projects such as the Hibiscus and Hornbill initiatives and its partnerships with international stakeholders. These collaborations not only enhance technical expertise but also attract investment, helping to establish Sarawak as a key player in the regional clean green hydrogen market. For the second question, conventional energies such as thermal energy from coal and gas is still important for maintaining grid security and stability despite the greater emphasis and investment in renewable energies. However, to support the load growth in Sarawak, Sarawak Energy Berhad is working closely with Petros to maintain an equitable level of gas-powered generations under the Sarawak Gas Roadmap. On the other hand, the state has decided that Balingan coal-fired power plant that was commissioned in 2019 would be the last coal power project, while making plans to decommission the other aging coal plants. Thank you.
Yang Berhormat